The committee noted that the global environment has deteriorated since the last policy meeting in April, with the conflict lingering amidst a fragile truce. The adverse implications of the extended disruption in supply chains and elevated energy prices are reflected in the moderation of growth and increase in inflation projections from the April policy, and I'll come to these a little later. CPI inflation remains below the target despite global shock, as the pass-through to domestic prices has been limited, while the baseline projections point towards headline inflation firming up towards the upper tolerance level in Q3 this year. The impact of the supply shock is expected to wane Q4 onwards. The underlying inflation pressures continue to remain benign at this juncture. However, generalization of inflation through second round effects on expectations and wages is a distinct possibility warranting a close vigil. The outlook also remains clouded due to the subnormal southwest monsoon forecast and El Nino risks. As for growth, the MPC noted that elevated energy prices coupled with global supply constraints are having adverse spillovers on economic activity. While domestic demand remains resilient and manufacturing and services sectors activity continue to expand, there are incipient signs of moderation in some sectors as suggested by high-frequency indicators. The MPC was of the opinion that there are considerable risks to the baseline assessment of inflation and growth, which I'm going to present shortly, due to the uncertainty about the duration and intensity of the conflict, magnitude of its spillover effects, and the pace of restoration of supply chains. Additionally, the food outlook too remains uncertain on account of subnormal southwest monsoon forecast and El Nino. Although risks of higher inflation have amplified, the MPC felt it would be prudent to wait for greater clarity to emerge. Accordingly, the MPC voted to keep the policy repo rate unchanged. At the same time, the MPC will continue to remain data dependent and closely monitor the developments, including supply side pressures getting embedded in the general price level and inflation expectations. As mentioned, the MPC also decided to retain the neutral stance. I now come